So let's go and show you guys how I did this. We are doing a beach day makeup. I have had so many of you ask me this in my Instagram. On that note, if for the ones who are new here, I am Rinima Borah and I do a lot of makeup tutorials, reviews, and I totally have a vlog on my life. So if you haven't subscribed on my channel yet, please do that. And if you do not follow me on Instagram yet, please go and do so. But what we're doing today is to kind of show you how I do my daytime beach makeup, and this is what it's all about. Really want to make sure my face is not sweating even before I put on makeup. But I did have like an overnight mask because, you know, when it's this hot and humid, you just want to make sure your face is as hydrated as possible. And I don't think like a regular city skincare routine, which I usually do, suffices. So what I have on my face right now is actually these rice and sake sleep mask from Clay Co. I'm so happy to send over this product. I absolutely love the products already. Like, I've been using it for quite some time now. It's so good. So what you do with this mask, this is how it looks. Smells great. So you just apply this and leave it overnight. You don't really have to wake up and wash the entire face. So that's what I did. I kept the mask on, and that is why there's like a little glow on the face already. But I'm gonna prep my skin. I'll tell you what I do on a beach usually during the day. This is my beach day makeup routine. So I love starting with an aloe vera gel. I usually keep this in a refrigerator if I have a choice, but it's absolutely okay if you do not have the choice to do that. This one is again from House of Beauty. So this is an aloe vera hydrating gel from them. So I'm gonna take, there's already some on this, so I'm gonna just put that on my palm, and because I want as much hydration on my face as I possibly can. So before you start your routine, I think this one is from Garnier, but you can literally use any face mask. So just wash your face clean, put this mask on, leave it for like 10 to 15 minutes, and don't wash off your face once you take off the mask. Just let the moisture of the mask stay in your skin and then go on with the remaining products. Usually I don't have jewelry on when I do makeup. It's just for aesthetics for you guys. I love you guys so much. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, again, these are most of the products I'm using today are actually products that's been sent to me, and I really am very blessed like that, but they are not sponsored by these brands, so which means it's honest opinion, quite honestly. This other one is, this is thermal concentrate water. So again, I got this from one of the events that I went for, and forever I've been trying to figure out what this is, and then I finally figured out this is thermal concentrated water, and it's really good for summers. So I'm gonna just spray this over my face. You can totally use this throughout the day. Again, a great alternative for this is just rose water. I kept alternatives today because I realized that most of the products that I also use might not be available in the country, and alternatives are always good. So you can totally use rose water. The one that I vouch for is Forest Essentials Rose Water. It is really very good. It's vegan and no chemicals and all of that stuff, so you know, it works in all possible ways. So this is a great alternative if you don't want to use the thermal concentrated water that I just did. But I'm gonna let this one dry. Hey guys, while I'm fanning, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment. Like, thank you very much for the 510 subscribers. Like, absolutely love you guys. So the next up, what I'm going to do is use a moisturizer. Again, off late, I have done a review on this one. This is Deepika Padukone's newest skin brand, 82 East. I really like Ashwagandha Bounce. I really like how light this moisturizer is, and it's also hydrating because I think it has hyaluronic acid on it. So look at this, I've almost finished this. That's how much I like the product. So I'm gonna use that moisturizer. It's really very light on the face. This is the only thing I like from her brand, by the way. I know that some people think like I'm using so many products right now and it might seem so heavy, but these are such skincare, vegan, most of them are vegan skincare products. It really gives your skin adequate hydration, and that you really need anywhere in a coastal area, you know. My most favorite sunscreen, and this has been something that I'm using for the last 3 years, is Miniso Aesthetics Miniso Protect Milan 130 Pigment Control. This is 130 SPF, and someone like me who has so many freckles and have hyperpigmentation or suntan issues, I definitely recommend this one. And I like this because it has like it's tinted. Like, if you see this, it doesn't leave a white cast. It gives you rather you're gonna have a bronzy effect. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. This is how it looks, the texture wise. I love the consistency. I absolutely love the texture, and I love that how it doesn't leave a white cast onto your skin and makes you more bronzy. And listen, I'm a brown girl. I love my fucking tan and my color, so I don't mind anything that makes me more bronzier. I understand how exotic it is on a global level. So if you're an Indian girl with my skin tone and or anything else, and you've forever been told how dark you are or you're not fair enough, I mean, go fuck yourself, really. Love our color. You know how exotic we are, honey? Travel more and you will just get your answer. But look at this, it doesn't leave a white cast at all. So great. I usually leave my sunscreen for about 5 to 10 minutes before I go on with other products. It is very hot in Bangalore right now, and it's totally giving me Goa vibe. Next thing up is something, again, it's very optional, but I like using my primer. Again, this is a hydrating primer from Smashbox. I really like I said, I love freaking hydration, bro. Like anything for hydration, I'm gonna just do it. And you don't need that much now. You definitely don't. Just gonna go with a wet sponge and just like kind of dab a little bit to make sure that it's evenly spread. So tip number 1, never use a foundation anywhere in the world, whether any beads or any beach, for example. Like foundation is a big no-no during the day. Of course, you can put on your potions when you're going out in the evening, but during the day, I have seen a lot of you wearing foundation and all of that. Honey, let your skin breathe. Don't, because your foundation is going to melt and you're going to just look funny. And I don't want you guys to look funny. The first thing that I'm going to use today is a concealer, and that too only because if you have a clear skin, feel free to avoid this. But I'm 34 years old, but I do have like slight dark circles and little blemishes in terms of like sun. You see my forehead is a different color than the rest of my face, and then my neck is a different color, so I just want to make sure that it kind of helps me conceal the part that I want to. The concealer I'm using today, again, you're gonna hate me because this is not available in India. This is an American brand, Tarte. I do collect them or buy them when I'm traveling abroad, or you can totally order them from ebay.com. Options that you can find, alternatives for this will be a Huda Beauty. I like Huda Beauty concealers. So what I do with this one is I just go on a little bit under my eye, just like a tad bit over my freckles. See, freckles are a beautiful thing, 100%. I'm using like as less product as I can, and I'm using Tarte because this one is pretty thick and it doesn't crease as much because I'm not gonna use too much of powder today. But if you see, I'm definitely not going for a full coverage. I like my freckles to be seen just a tad bit to give my skin like a very canvas-like feeling. Up next is I'm straight away going with a blush because, again, less is more. I'm going to use the same pretty blender. The blush I'm using today is Charlotte Tilbury's blush in the shade Cheek to Chic. Love is the drug. Damn, she has like the cutest names. So very little again on the sponge, a bit more. The reason I don't like to again put too much blush because I just want to look to be very sun-kissed. But you know, when you're out, I love the ocean. I love being out there. I love walking by it. I love going to restaurants or cafes whenever I'm in Goa, you know. So I walk a lot and bike around a lot. So I'm already going to be looking a little flushed from all the sun exposure, and your skin is anyway going to be a little pinkish. But again, I'm not a white person, so it's not going to be like the way it happens for them. So I like this whole sun-kissed look on the skin. I'm going to go a little more. I'm feeling a little nice today. So you know what I'm also doing is we are definitely not using, please do not wear eyeshadows or anything to do with your kohl pencil during the day on a beach. It's just a big no-no. Instead, what you can do is same amount of blush that I'm using, I'm literally just going to place the same thing on my eyes, whatever is left out, to just kind of give it a little pinkish feeling, and still you can tell that there is no eyeshadow per se. So you know, these are little hacks that you can totally try, and trust me, I have done truckloads of beach vacations, whether it is Bali, whether it is Thailand, whether it is Goa, whether it is Ibiza, whether it is Sri Lanka. Damn, I'm just realizing that I've done truckloads of beach vacations in just the last 3 years, and I am now a pro. I love how I kind of look like a Latino already. Latina, see, that's all I know. Muchas gracias, señorita. I am definitely going on with a little bronzer. No contour for the day, and this one I picked up something that you're gonna find off Nykaa. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their contouring palette, but I think I also like using this as a day bronzer. So once again, going back to the same sponge, I'm gonna just take this part of it very little. I feel like this color just suits my skin so well. I think this is in the Megeglo. That's not a shade. I think it comes in just one thing. Okay, so just below the, again, I don't need too much of this because I'm already like brown skin, but I feel it gives me a good structure. You can totally avoid it, but why not? The one thing that I use instead of a powder on a beach vacation is a compact. Again, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's airbrush flawless finish complexion perfecting micro powder, which is basically a compact powder. I like that how complex they make this whole thing. So this one, I don't know what shade is this, honey. It's medium. Yeah, this is too medium. Yeah, medium, shade medium. So I'll make sure that I put the right shade up in the link. I am going to use a little mascara, and this one is alrighty. So for the eyebrows, again, go very easy. I'm using Miss Claire's eyebrow cake. Again, by now, if you have been watching my tutorials, you kind of know my products already. This one runs like for more than a year, so I'm not going to spend money buying other products. Now listen, the color that I'm going to use today is quite honestly more of this and very tad bit of the brown, because I don't want my eyebrows to look black on a beachy sunny day. Just first the spoolie. Oh god, they're so untamed right now. Let me make these eyebrows behave. They're one of the most untamed today. I don't know why. Oh my god, I'm scared of my own eyebrows. They're like all over the place today. What is up with you? That took a long time than I expected. Okay, so the eyebrows quite easy, and then mascara, and we are done. So feel free to use a waterproof mascara. Currently I am not using a waterproof mascara because I feel like I'm not gonna swim today. So I'm not using a curler and all of that stuff. I'm just gonna go one single coat, and I'm not going to put mascara on my below eyelashes. Last step. So again, for the lipstick, you have two choices, right? You can either go in with a lip balm, which I'm going to do today, or you can totally use lipsticks. But if you're using a lipstick, feel free to use nude lipsticks like this shade Mousse from K Beauty. They have shade Snapshot. You have other brands. There's a lot of nude lipsticks in the market. You can pick whatever. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of apply a little lip oil. This one is from RAS Luxury Oil. I think that's what they call the brand. Is called RAS RAS. So I'm gonna use their lip oil just a tad bit first, very little, because I don't want to my lips to be too oily, but I feel like it's going to help me from cracking from all the heat. And I'm topping that up with a Forest Essentials lip balm. This is again in a, I forgot the shade, I'm gonna link up all the shades by the way, but this one is a little tinted and I like that. Let me actually apply a little highlighter too, because I think when I like turn, so I would like them to see the little glow on my cheek. So for that, the best thing to do is, if you see in this highlighter palette, this is from Huda Beauty. So I'm gonna just use this shade just a tad bit, dab it up, and just put it on my cheekbone on both sides. Just that. I like that. What do you think? You can't see it like unless the sun hits you there, but what do you think about this look? I think this makeup is like really so nice. Let me open my hair because I know I look like a fool right now. This is a mess. Okay, so what do you do with your hair on a beach? Like, do whatever you want. I do multiple things. Sometimes I leave them just open like this. It's just that, okay, listen, this is not my regular hair texture, just so you know. I have frizzy hair. So what I did with my hair, I just washed it real nice, and I just literally used a straightener to give me these beach curls. There's several things you can do. If you don't like your hair touching your back, just make a bun, like I'm going to do right now. And we are done. You can totally finish this off with some more, either this spray or rose water, or any of these options. I'm totally going to use the rose water because, like I said, more these mist. No, you don't need so much, I know, but it's just, you can't stop with this one, especially. It just smells like fresh roses. But I think I love it. What do you think? So what I want you guys to see is like how you can see my freckles, and the reason I call it appropriate beach makeup is because look, you have zero, feel like I have zero chemicals on my face right now. Everything is so, most of the products I used today were vegan, hydrating gels. So everything just goes well. What do you think? Don't forget to rate. I mean, can you rate me? You can in the comments, but don't forget to tell me and recreate this look and tell me what do you think about this day beach makeup. I'm totally gonna come back with a night beach makeup maybe in the subsequent tutorials. But again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and tell me what you think about my makeup tutorials and the vlogs and everything that I put out there. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you very much for all the love so far. Also, so many of you asked what's on my beach bag. First of all, shout out to this beautiful beach bag from Fendi. I don't even know it's a beach bag. It's a tote bag, which I made my beach bag. But let me show you what I usually carry on my beach bag, okay? First thing first, sunnies. I need them. Second, very important, is my fan, because it's fucking hot and I need to like stay calm, you know, all the time. So I love this one. This one, like, I charge it maybe once in 6 months, man. It works so very much. In case my battery runs out, I always do have a backup. So I also have a manual fan just in case that one ran out of battery. So this is always there in my bag. Of course, a sunscreen, but I actually ran out of the sunscreen that I carry on my beach bag. This is something that I use before my makeup, but like you see, I do have beach makeup on, and I'm gonna link the product here and also post a picture. I usually carry this sunscreen powder, which is like the best thing for you to touch up all the time. Like every 4 hours, you're supposed to redo your sunscreen. You have to just put that powder up on your, you can use it on top of your makeup. It works like a charm. So I'm going to pin that up here and also leave it in my comments. Carrying wet wipes all the time. Reason is because in case if I jump into the pool or I jump into the ocean, I want to like just freshen up real quick. I use this and then redo my little 5 minutes makeup again. Apart from that, very simple things actually. Compact powder, because we sweat a lot, so I like to just keep touching up with the powder. I always keep a pretty blender because that's what I use for my compact. Of course, tissues, and this one is just blotting paper. This one's from Miniso, so cute. So, you know, you kind of take all the oils whenever. I don't have an oily skin, but sometimes it tends to get oily. So at that point, I just blot out everything here. And something that I spray every 1 hour is my rose water. Pretty much, what else do I have? Let me see. I do carry my blush around because in case if I have to redo my makeup somewhere, so the blush is around. My lip oil, my lip balm, and a concealer. And like a stupid girl, I also carry like this small body milk. So in case if I get into the ocean, I feel like my skin gets too dry. So before putting in a sunscreen spray, I like to like put the moisturizer all over. You will know it when you actually get the chance to like even rub your skin against mine. That sounds so wrong. In case if you like touch me, I mean shit, how do I say it? Like, how do I say the fact? So what I meant to say was my skin is really soft, so whoever like touches my skin, they really say that it's really soft. The reason is because I take very good care of my skin. So every time I come out of the water, I put moisturizer and a mirror, which is not very compact, but yeah, that's pretty much, that's what I have in my beach bag. All right, I gotta go. Bye.